The only one, nothing's gonna hold us down. I got you, and after all that we've been through something. What is up everybody, it's Crusade back with another reaction video. So we've got part 3 of the NF journey. I'm going to react to all I have today. But just a quick disclaimer before I start, I have listened to all of the NF songs before when they first came out. But I'm just going to still kind of go over the NF journey, just kind of relive the moments and break it down for you guys. Let's get straight into it.
All I ever wanted was somebody to hear me, and all I ever wanted was somebody to feel me. And everybody wanna tell me that I'm out of my head when I'm on the mic, that's fine, but that don't scare me. It's been a long time, but I'm back now. Rap out, welcome to the rap house. Rap out, where I live till I pass out.
He says it's been a long time, but I'm back now. Because who remembers his 2010 album Moments? 2010, and then this was in, what, 2015? 2014, and then this was in 2014. So it's been a good like 4 years. And then he comes back and he goes, all I ever wanted was somebody to hear me. When people are rapping and when people sing, they like to put all their emotion and their voice, whatever they're feeling, into their songs. And that's what he says. People take mick at me for rapping, but all I ever wanted was somebody to just understand.
It's been a long time, but I'm back now. Rap out, welcome to the rap house. Rap out, where I live till I pass out. Blackout, everybody keep on wondering if I still rap now. Are you serious? Anybody out there hearing this? You, I came in the game as a lyricist, and I'ma leave like that, period. You sniff lines, I write lines. You've now entered in my mind.
You sniff lines, I write lines. Yo guys, all you rappers are doing your drugs, just talk about money, talk about drugs, talk about the fame. I write lines, I am writing the bars.
I'ma leave like that, period. You sniff lines, I write lines. You've now entered in my mind. And you ready, cause you might find I'm from a different place in my kind. It's a little bit different than yours. Quit smoking, hip-hop isn't there. It's just been in motion from the moment I quit recording. Quick record this.
I used to love that verse so much. When he says, quit smiling, hip-hop isn't dead, it's just been in mourning from the moment I quit recording. Hip-hop, he's basically saying he's almost the definition of it. But when he stopped recording, it wasn't dead, but it stopped. He just let all these other rappers take their time, do whatever they're doing. Then he came back and he brought hip-hop back with him.
It's just been in mourning from the moment I quit recording. Quick record this. Listen, I'm warming up and you're misinformed. If you think that I'm slipping up, this ain't sick enough, then I'll skip the chorus. I've been here, ain't nobody heard of me. Yeah, I'ma turn this beat to a murder scene. I live for the world, I live for the king, I live for the king. Focus, wrote this with emotion. It's hard to get a break when the doors ain't open. It's hard to get a shot when the gun ain't loaded.
Oh, it's hard to get a break when the doors ain't open. It's hard to actually get famous, to get out there. He said, because he wasn't big here at all. And he's trying to say it's hard for him to really get famous, no matter how much he's trying, when nobody's letting him in, when there's not a gap for him in this rap hip-hop industry.
Here, ain't nobody heard of me. Yeah, I'ma turn this beat to a murder scene. I live for the world, I live for the king, I live for the king. Focus, wrote this with emotion. It's hard to get a break when the doors ain't open. It's hard to get a shot when the gun ain't loaded. It's hard to make a living when nobody wanna notice. Hold it. What am I?
It's hard to make a living when nobody noticed. It's hard for him to, like just what I said before, it's hard for him to get a break when the doors ain't open. It's hard for him to have this as his living when nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear him. Nobody wants to hear what he has to say.
It's hard to get a shot when the gun ain't loaded. It's hard to make a living when nobody wanna notice. Hold it. What am I, insane? Maybe playing crazy. Put me in a room with a mic, you will not restrain me. You do what you want, but you can't contain me. Lazy is not a character trait of mine. Don't wait in line. This is the current condition of my state of mind. Don't tell me that this isn't real.
What I love is how frantic he is in this video, and he's in that lyric there when he says, this isn't a current condition of mine, this is my state of mind. And it's so frantic where it's like he almost looks crazy, but he's saying, no, this is who I am. And it's just like that line between being who he is and being crazy.
Don't tell me that this isn't real. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. This is all I have, all I have. All I ever wanted was somebody to get this. All I ever wanted somebody to play. Yeah, check my song, put it on they play, and get goosebumps every time they play it. Wait.
I've always got goosebumps from every one of his songs. The first time I've ever listened to any one of his songs, I've had goosebumps every single time.
To play. Yeah, check my song, put it on they play, and get goosebumps every time they play it. Wait, this my calling and not father. Maybe I should just not bother. Go back to that 9 to 5, but I am not a quitter, so quit that. I never been a killer, but
Go back to my 9 to 5, but no, I'm not a quitter. This is what we need to understand, guys. If you want to do something that's a bit out of the ordinary, it's not just a simple 9 to 5 office job. Do it. Don't be a quitter. Like he says, he is not a quitter, and now look where he is. 30 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Like, don't be a quitter. Just keep grinding.
Father, go back to that 9 to 5, but I am not a quitter, so quit that. I never been a killer, but I guarantee I kill tracks. Put them in the car.
What I do love as well, this was 2014, and he says then, go back to my 9 to 5, but I'm not gonna because I'm not a quitter. And then it was 2017, so that's 4 years, oh my god, my mouse, 2014, 2015. That's 3 years later when his song actually finally came on the radio. 3 years later. And he then said, I'm not a quitter, so I'm not going to go back to the 95. He kept grinding for 3 years until he got somewhere, guys. That's how, like, it will take that long for some people, but it is so worth it.
But I am not a quitter, so quit that. I never been a killer, but I guarantee I kill tracks. Put them in the car and lost it. Rip that, trying to make an impact in rap. Is that insane? Well, I guess so. Rapped over.
I tried to make an impact in rap. Is that insane? I guess so. He has done it. He has made an impact in rap. That was not insane.
Up and lost it. Rip that, trying to make an impact in rap. Is that insane? Well, I guess so. Rapped over to give me that pencil, and you ain't never gonna make it. It's all mental. I am in a place where I can't let go.
You ain't never gonna make it. It's mental. It's all in your head if you're gonna make it or not. Everything is in your head. Like his mansion song, all these fears are in his head and how he overcomes that in his future songs. But even in this, I am never gonna make it. It's mental. Not saying that it's mental as in crazy, it's mental, it's in his head if he is going to make it or not. You're going to decide if you can make it or not.
Give me that pencil, and you ain't never going to make it. It's all mental. I am in a place where I can't let go. I still work a job and do this. And y'all know what's stupid. I thought all you had to do was get a record deal and yo, things start moving. But that's not the case because most of the time, the artist you hear, you keep on thinking that artist is new, but that artist has probably been at it for years. Yeah.
What's crazy is I thought all you needed was a record deal and you'd make it. But those artists that you see now, you might think that they're new, but those artists have been there for years. 2017, most people heard NF because of Let You Go was on the radio. But we thought, 2017, he must be a fairly new artist. No, I listened to about 2016, so just before he came up on the radio. But no, even 2016, he'd been rapping and singing since 2010. He'd been there for years. All these artists that we've just heard now, they've had so many songs back that before that weren't famous. Lil Nas X, everybody heard him from Old Town Road. How many songs did he have before that nobody even heard of? Old Town Road was what got him famous. It's crazy. It is so crazy.
You hear, you keep on thinking that artist is new, but that artist has probably been at it for years. Yeah, in the back of my mind thinking, am I wasting my time dreaming? And I ain't got no money in my wallet, but I guarantee the way that I ain't gonna leave this. I need this, I swear to y'all, I need this.
That's what I love. Listen to that again.
I'm thinking, am I wasting my time dreaming? And I ain't got no money in my wallet, but I guarantee.
In the back of my mind, I think, am I wasting my time? Is this just a dream? He says, I've got no money in my pocket. So he's coming a bit negative now. But then he goes back up and he says, but I can't stop doing this. I want to be doing this. That's the mindset we need to think. In this song, he's talking about his mindset. The mind is what controls what you can do.
I ain't gonna leave this. I need this. I swear to y'all, I need this. And this hip hop's in my veins. If you cut me, I'ma bleed it. And yo, what you think
Hip hop's in my veins. If you cut me, I'm gonna bleed it. He's saying hip hop is a part of him. He was born to do this.
Pops in my veins. If you cut me, I'ma bleed it. And yo, what you think I write raps for no reason? No. Take my pain and I put them in the song. Since them pills, they took my mind. I've been a different person. Don't try to predict my verses. What you're hearing now is me. Whether I'm in front or behind that curtain.
That's what made him so real, because he was real. what you hear now is me, whether that's in front or behind the curtain. Whether that's me on camera to you now or just me in my home by myself, this is me. And then he talks about his mum. Everything that I write is from my own pain, like when I saw those pills taking my mum. And then he goes on to sing How Could You Leave Us? So from Mansion to this All I Have, he's slowly bringing up his mum. He keeps slowly bringing up his mum. So it makes you think, what's happened in his past?
Try to predict my verses. What you're hearing now is me. Whether I'm in front or behind that curtain, I stand behind these words. I'm a Christian, but I'm not perfect. Don't tell me to calm down, I'm calm now. Listen, I'm just working. Yeah, it might take a minute to get it, but once you get it, everything will be crystal clear. I don't think they see my vision here. I don't think they see my vision here. Don't tell me.
I don't know if all of you will realise, but do you remember when NF used to be called a Christian rapper? He says then, I'm a Christian but I'm not perfect. And the fact that he used to say that he was Christian and he used to not swear in his music, people didn't want to listen to him because they thought he was a Christian rapper. Christian rapper? What can be classed as a Christian rapper because he mentions God in his music? Like,
See my vision here. I don't think they see my vision here. Don't tell me that this isn't real. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. This is all I have, all I have. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. This is all I have, all I have. Don't tell me.
oh, I just paused at such a wrong time because he goes high and the harmonies, but we'll rewind it and we'll listen to it again. But I just love how frantic he is in this video. He's really showing how deeply he thinks of this. Don't tell me that this isn't real. Don't tell me this isn't how I feel because this is all I have. And he's so frantic in his music video. He's really trying to say how passionate he is about it. So he's trying to say how passionate he is about it. And then in his lyrics, he talks about how frantic he is in his own mind. I love how it can represent two different things.
Don't tell me that this isn't real. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. Don't tell me that this isn't real.
Wow.
This isn't real. This isn't real. This is all I have. This is all I have.
No, this isn't even the first time I've heard this song and I've got goosebumps. That ending, that was an ending. Can we listen to it again?
This isn't real. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. Don't tell me that this isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real. This is all I have. This is all I have.
It's the passion he puts into it. This isn't the way he repeats, this isn't real, this isn't real. Sometimes it's almost like he's trying to say to himself, this isn't real, but it's all that he has. And the fact he's singing, look how beautifully he sings there. And in 2010, he felt like he had to put all that autotune into his voice when this is how beautifully he could sing. He's amazing. He is amazing and I love him. Guys, put the red heart in the comments below if you love him too. But yeah, that is it for today's reaction, guys. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. Hit subscribe so you can stay on track with the rest of my NF journey. Hit the bell so you don't miss out on that video. Bye!